Hello everyone and welcome back, Soul Nation. January brought us an amazing lineup of games to kick off 2025, and we're here to keep this year going strong. February is stacked with incredible titles, and today we're going to break down all the big releases that you need to be keeping on your radar, or perhaps even avoiding based off of really where you fall in the gaming world. So buckle up because there is a lot to cover.
Here we go!
First up, launching on February the 4th, we've got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This is making its return to the PC, the PlayStation 5, the Series X and S. With this medieval RPG, this is back and looking better than ever with enhanced graphics and improved mechanics. Now, some reasons that you might want to check this out. Kingdom Come is a highly realistic medieval world with deep storytelling and challenging combat. So this is going to be perfect for fans of historical accuracy and various different role-playing immersions. But here's a couple of reasons why you might want to avoid it. There's been significant drama around Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 due to what some are calling the woke mind virus. This game has stirred up controversy with its inclusions of an LGBTQ scene, which has been a point of contention. Some players are expressing their dissatisfaction, feeling that this inclusion detracts from the game's historical authenticity. The backlash has been notable, with many on social platforms like X voicing their opinions, and for instance, posts found on X have labeled the game as woke, which users stating that they will not buy this game due to the inclusion of what they term as LGBTQ propaganda. Some have even suggested that the game's developers have caved to modern pressures, contrary to the stance of the first game. Another point in contention was the rumor of an unskippable gay scene, which has led to claims that the game might be banned in certain regions like Saudi Arabia. Although the developer Daniel Vavra has clarified that there is no unskippable scenes in the game and it isn't banned anywhere, the damage to the game's reputation among certain fans has already been done. This has led to polarizing debates where some players are choosing to avoid Kingdom Come Deliverances 2 specifically because of this, and they argue that the inclusion of such content feels forced and detracts from the game's intended historical immersion. If you're looking for a game free of modern political debates, this might be a reason to steer clear. Next up on February 11th, strategy fans rejoice as Civilization 7 arrives on particularly every platform, including Nintendo Switch. Get ready to build, conquer, and outwit your rivals in this latest entry into the legendary series. Some reasons why you'll love Civ 7, especially if you're a fan. It expands on the diplomacy, resource management, and cultural development. Plus, it is the ultimate game for just one more turn addicts out there. According to the post found on various users on X, one user commented that the diplomacy system in Civ 7 feels more dynamic and engaging than ever before, making each game feel very unique. And another shared resource management is streamlined, but still complex enough to keep you engaged for hours. For cultural development, a tweet phrased, "The new cultural victory path is a refreshing addition, making civilization progress feel much more meaningful." However, there are some reasons why you might want to think twice about diving in. As discussed in these various different X posts, some players are concerned that the changes to the game's core mechanics, a critic remarked that the UI has taken a step back and it is less intuitive than Civ 6, which is frustrating. Another point of contention is the limited number of civilizations at launch, with one user stating only 10 civs per age at launch. That's limiting the historical progression that I love in Civ games. And for those of you who enjoyed the traditional Civ experience, a post noted, switching civs through the ages feels forced and disrupts the immersion of playing a single civilization from start to finish, offering new depth while potentially alienating some longtime fans due to the departure from its classic formula.
There is no shame in deterrence. Having a weapon is very different from actually using it.
Now, I'm including this game on the list as it has been delayed to March the 20th, but originally scheduled for February the 14th, aka Valentine's Day. But as expected, due to all the issues that Ubisoft has faced in 2024, Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is set to take us to feudal Japan, has been delayed to March 20th. Now, this was originally planned for Valentine's Day, like I said, and it would have been A date night if you love ninjas and assassinations. However, the game isn't obviously without its controversy, and that's one reason why Ubisoft has chosen to delay it from its original release back in the fall. But just putting it out here for those of you who are interested in, this is going to be Assassin's Creed in Japan. That might be a real big selling point for a lot of players. Reasons why you might want to avoid: obviously not being a fan of the series, finding that the formula hasn't changed much. People on X have commented that another Assassin's Creed game, the formula hasn't clicked for you by now. This entry is not really going to change that. Additionally, this delay has sparked a lot of frustration with users' expression. Another delay: Ubisoft really needs to get its act together, and this might be the swan song for that company. Drama all around Ubisoft with the delay aligns with the broader context of Ubisoft's troubles. Posts found all across the internet have talked about their financial struggles, with one user commenting, "Ubisoft's financial situation is dire. Delaying AC Shadows might be a sign of deeper issues." There's also skepticism around Ubisoft's motives for the delay, as another post suggested that Ubisoft is just trying to buy some time. The company's reputation is on ice after all its recent controversies. With Assassin's Creed Shadows missing this month's lineup, Ubisoft challenges continue to shape up, and it's going to transition into March, and we'll probably talk about that in our March video. If you guys enjoy these videos, hitting that like button, that subscribe button is a great way of never missing the content when I upload. All right, let's jump into game number 4 of the month. But if a video game date night is what you're targeting for February the 14th, there are still 2 games scheduled to release. Game number 4 on the list is The Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak 2. JRPG fans are going to mark your calendars for this date. It's not just for lovers, but also for lovers of epic tales. Trials Through Daybreak 2 is here, continuing the saga with fresh characters and intriguing plot twists. So here's some reasons why you might want to dive into this game. The game is a perfect continuation for fans of the series, blending great combat with gripping storytelling. According to various fans out there, users stating that the story depth of Trials Through Daybreak 2 is unmatched. The character development and plot twist have kept them hooked. Another praising the combat. Turn-based mechanics for this game have been refined, making battles both strategic and very satisfying. Why you might want to pass: if you're new to the Trials series, starting here might be a little bit overwhelming. And so with that kind of background, previous games might confuse you with the lore. So this sentiment really was kind of echoed by another user who said the intricate story arcs require knowledge of the series history, and newcomers might feel lost. But there's also criticism regarding the pacing. One ex-post mentioned, while the story is engaging, the pacing can feel slow at times, which might not suit everyone's taste. And for those of you who are not into turn-based combat, a user stated, if you're not a fan of turn-based RPGs, this might not be the game for you. And if you're not looking for a JRPG for this romantic holiday, you have another game, Tomb Raider, actually some classics, 4 through 6 remastered, launching also on February the 14th. So if nostalgia is your thing, Valentine's Day also brings remastered versions of Tomb Raider 4 through 6 with updated visuals and smoother gameplay. And this is going to be a trip down memory lane with a little modern tech polish. Why you might love it? Well, the remaster brings classic Lara Croft into glorious HD, making it the perfect for both longtime fans and for newcomers. According to posts all around the internet, seeing Lara Croft in HD is like meeting an old friend with a fresh new look. The nostalgia is real. The controls also feel much smoother, making the classic adventure more accessible without losing its charm, and the community also appreciates the attention to detail with the post stating, the remaster keeps the essence of the original while enhancing the experience. The puzzles of exploration feel fresh again. But there are reasons why you might want to think twice. There's also, this is going to be an older game to its core, so don't expect the same polish as a modern Tomb Raider title. Many users have pointed out that the graphics update and gameplay mechanics are still from the 90s, which might feel a little dated for some. Another con here is the lack of modern features. As one post has noted, no modern quality of life improvements like quick saves or checkpoints in the original gameplay, which can be frustrating. And for those out there new to the series, a comment was made jumping into these games without the context of the era that they came from might make the controls feel just a little bit clunky. And if the controversy this month wasn't enough with what we've already covered, our 6th game of the month, launching on February 18th, is Avowed. This is from Obsidian Entertainment, the creators of Outer Worlds, welcoming in this new RPG. This is both highly anticipated in terms of first-person RPG exclusive to the PC Series X and S and launching on day one with Game Pass. It is also rumored to be coming to the PlayStation as a part of Microsoft's new strategy, so expect some console warriors out there one way or another. That's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in terms of that, getting points for either side. Why you might love it? Well, Avowed keeps deep, rich with lore and plenty of player choices, making it a must-play for fans of Skyrim's and Pillars of Eternity. The game's setting is in the living lands of Aura, and it offers a fresh take on the fantasy RPG, with many people saying the world of Avowed feels vast and alive, and it's got Obsidian's signature depths of storytelling, with another user praising the combat, saying the blend of magic and melee in Avowed's combat system is exhilarating. However, Avowed, like I said, isn't without its drama. Recent statements from the art director Matt Henson has openly criticized traditional gamers, calling them chuds and celebrating their frustration, which has led to backlash. A post on X highlighted this. Henson's disdain for gamers is shocking. And it's not about inclusivity, it's about alienation, with this fueled debate over whether the game prioritizes social commentary over the gaming experience, with other users commenting that it seems like Obsidian is pushing ideology over immersion, which can be a turnoff. So aside from the controversy, if you're really not into Obsidian style games, this might be a game to avoid. The narrative heavy games that might not necessarily resonate with you. The debate around its development could also influence your decision, as some fans feel that it might avoid this because obviously of the bad press and the drama that overshadows the game. The question here is, will Game Pass elevate Avowed? Being day one on Game Pass could help by providing instant access to a broad audience, potentially mitigating some of the negative sentiment. One user on X speculated the Game Pass might save Avowed from its own drama, giving it a chance to shine on its merits. However, the fact is that a new IP combined with the controversy might lead some to bypass it, as others have noted. A new IP past studio drama, cautious approach. Just wait for the reviews. And if you end up waiting a few days, on February the 21st, the Yakuza series takes on the tropical turn with Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, an over-the-top blend of action, comedy, and drama setting sail on February 21st. Why you might love it. The series' trademark mix of chaos and heartfelt moments is alive and well, now with a sunny twist. Fans are excited about the change of scenery, with some people saying the Hawaiian setting in Pirate Yakuza breathes new life into the series. The visuals are stunning. The humor and the action here has also been well received, with other users commenting the comedic timing combined with the essence brawls is what I love about Yakuza, and Hawaii adds a fun, fresh vibe. Some reasons why you might want to avoid. The quirky style isn't for everyone. The humor might not land, obviously, for some players. Some people have pointed out that if you're not into the Yakuza series brand of humor, the tropical twist might not be anything that makes it any funnier. Additionally, the departure from traditional settings might be a put-off, as other users have made note that the move to Hawaii feels too out there for them. They preferred, obviously, the urban vibe from previous games, and with those looking for a serious narrative experience, one commenter read, the over-top comedy might overshadow the drama, which could be a turnoff for some. And now this brings us to the last game of February 28th, and my most anticipated game of this month's release. Get ready for Monster Hunter Wilds. This game is set to redefine the series with an expansive open world setting where you can team up with your friends to take on these epic monsters. Why this is a must play? Well, it's Monster Hunter, bigger and better than ever, open world approach, multi-platform. This is going to be a fresh direction for the series, offering freedom like never before. According to many fans on various platforms, they are thrilled, with somebody stating the open world in Monster Hunter Wilds feels like a dream come true. The freedom to explore and hunt is exhilarating, and the co-op aspect also received praise, as many have posted. Teaming up with friends to take down these behemoths is the ultimate Monster Hunter experience. Why you might want to skip this game. However, if grinding for gear really isn't your thing, this might not be the game for you. One person warned, if you're not into a grind, Wilds might feel pretty repetitive for you. The joy is in the progression for those who prefer a more linear experience, but this open world might overwhelm those who love a more focused hunts from previous games. But for fans of the series, these aspects are a part of the charm. As one enthusiast stated, the grind is what makes the victory sweet. Monster Hunter Wilds just amplifying that feeling. And that is our lineup for February 2025, folks. Which games are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget, March is looking to be just as exciting with titles like Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition and 2 Point Museum. But before we go, let's take a moment to reflect on something beyond the screen. Life can be tough, and amidst our gaming adventures, it's important to take care of ourselves. So welcome in to our message of hope. As we dive into these virtual worlds, let us remember the wisdom of G.K. Chesterton, who wrote, "Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but they give us that dragons can be beaten." And just like in our games, we face real life challenges, knowing that we have the strength to overcome them. And there's really a wonderful sentiment from Twitter that resonates with many. Remember to take breaks and breathe and look after yourself. Your health is the most important quest. Now, it's a reminder that self-care is vital, not just for gaming endurance, but for life endurance. Lastly, an anonymous quote writes about hope. "In the darkest time, remember that hope is the thing with feathers that perches on the soul. Let it be a beacon for us all that no matter what we face, hope persists." So I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to stay hopeful. I want you to keep gaming with joy. Gaming can be this really beautiful thing that we can share, but it also can become something that, just like anything in life, when it's not within balance, can easily overwhelm us and in a way become the thing that really makes us miserable. So do some self-reflecting as we enter into 2025. If you need some tips and tricks about that, especially like if you have ADHD, for example, there are various different life hacks. So I'd encourage you to get curious about how your body and your brain work. I'd be curious about what allergies you might not know you have, and some foods that you might be eating that could be making you feel sick, which has a knock-on effect to your mental health. I want you to be radically curious in 2025 about yourself. And I think if it starts with that mystery and you start unpacking it, it's not going to be instant. It's going to be a little bit of a journey, but you're going to come out of it feeling better, healthier, and more capable of taking care and becoming the person that you want to be. Anyway, thank you everybody who joined me on this journey in this video. I will hopefully see you in my next video, but I'm going to be working on trying to make these videos each and every month as we look forward to what is exciting about the coming months and talking about the pros and cons of these games. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate your attention, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. But until then, take care.